We are delighted, as always, to have you there, and we're delighted, as always, to have D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser here. It's our final segment. We've got a good 10 minutes, though, so sit tight, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy the conversation. Lola, as I mentioned, will be going back to the phones in a moment. We have open lines at 703-387-1020. As we go back to the phones, Lola, you will be next, talking directly with the mayor, so please sit tight. I want to, in deference to time, I want to combine two issues into one. You recently broke ground with other city leaders on what will be, and this is pretty exciting, because we've seen these new soccer stadiums around the country. They're perfect because they're soccer-sized, so you get a big crowd in there, and the thing is full, and it's great for the team, for the energy, for the fan experience, etc. So you broke ground recently on the new D.C. United Stadium, which I know you hope will be a catalyst for the surrounding area. There's also a conversation taking place right now about RFK and the site there, which is so problematic, so challenged for the reasons that people watching this show understand fully. Can you talk about these the facilities issues?
Sure. So we are cementing our place as a sports capital. So we have our Nationals that are doing great coming out of the box. Capitals doing fantastically as well. We have had a focus in the last year on building a new home for the Washington Mystics and a practice facility for the Wizards in Ward 8. That's also going to be a catalytic development. And we broke ground at Buzzard Point for the new D.C. United Stadium, which will deliver in 2018. So when it does deliver, we will then have a vacant RFK Stadium. So I have asked and worked with Events DC, which is our Convention Center Authority Board, who controls the RFK site, to be ready in 2018 when we have a vacant site, that we are able to move forward and get that site going. So they presented recently several options that included an NFL stadium, that included another mix of sports and entertainment uses, and ones that didn't. So we are preparing to be able to move forward with using that site.
And amenities that citizens can use.
Absolutely. So what everybody should recognize is it's a huge site. I think it's almost 100 acres. So a lot of different uses can happen there.
I confess I was shocked that there was any discussion of the Wizards and Capitals potentially moving, because Verizon's downtown, it has been a huge catalyst. It's hard to imagine downtown now without Verizon Center and the teams and the games and the excitement, et cetera, et cetera. So I was surprised on that score. And Verizon's not that old. Do you think is that a likely scenario that as this plan and site moves to the next thing,
it's
2.0, that it will include
it's a planning scenario. So it was very important for us while we're undergoing this exercise that we look at the full set of options. Now I'm partial, it sounds like you are, to Verizon Center, exactly where it is, but the truth is at some point it's going to need significant updating, and so the owners will be faced with the question, do you significantly update the building there, or do you make that investment in a new location?
To the phones, line 4 this time. Lola, hi, you're on the air. Not a lot of time, but go right ahead. You've got the mayor's ear.
Hey, thank you for the opportunity. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Madam Mayor. My name is Lola, and I was wondering about it, DC. I was wondering if you're going to have that event again this year. I was a part of it last year, and it was just a really great event. And I remember that we had the most participants from Ward 8, so that's my question.
That's correct.
DC. Thank you, Lola.
Yes, 5th DC. So we launched last year at the beginning of my term, and we will absolutely have 5th DC activities throughout this year. We recruited coaches for every ward, coaches for seniors, coaches for young people as well. Last year the focus was on ward walks, where we encouraged everybody to come out and do a 1 mile or 1.5 mile walk with us. And this year, I'm not sure what DPR and the Department of Health are going to come up with, but it will be a citywide effort.
D.C. Council committees are moving forward this week in earnest on the budget proposal you submitted for fiscal 17. What priorities do you hope emerge from that work?
Sure. Well, first, I'm very proud of my team for working with the council and the community to make sure we had our 20th consecutive balanced budget. So the state of our city is very strong. This budget includes our critical investments in ending homelessness, in investing in our infrastructure, but also some progressive tax breaks, frankly, for our residents and businesses. One of the big things that we're focused on is the $220 million increase that my budget includes for school modernizations. So we've come a long way since 2007 when I joined the council, and we had a big push to modernize our schools. We spent over $4 billion. I think we have almost $1 billion left of work to do. So this 6-year budget plan gets us to the point where we would have finished our middle schools, finished our high schools, and we'll still have 2 handfuls of schools to do.
Donald Trump has a major project on Pennsylvania Avenue that's going up as we speak, quite far along, I believe. Have you ever spent time with him beyond a ribbon cutting or some sort of quick handshake?
I haven't, but I have with Ivanka Trump, who has really been the leader of the post office building hotel, which will open on Pennsylvania Avenue, I think this summer.
Have you watched with interest, as everyone else has, this campaign?
Have I? Absolutely. It's been interesting on both sides, I would say.
Victor in the district. Not a lot of time left, but you're on the air. Jump right in with your question, if you would. Hi, Victor.
Hi, it's a pleasure to speak with both of you. I'll try to be quick. And first of all, I think you're both doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
My question is in regards to the new legislation that passed City Council unanimously, and it pertains to paying criminals not to commit crimes. I have 2 questions I'm trying to get answers to. The first question is, how will administrators of this crime bill determine the participants have not actually committed crimes and just have not gotten caught while being paid to participate in the program? And the second question is, how will the administrators of the crime bill determine the program participants just haven't simply converted to teaching and or aiding and abetting in crime?
Let me jump in there because we're under 2 minutes, and you raised an issue that I should have raised, so thank you, Victor.
So this is before the council now, and I'm not sure how the council is going to fund this particular initiative, so I'll wait to see what the Committee on Public Safety and Justice does. What I hope they do is allow some of our programs that exist to work. We started, and the council funded, a program called Community Connections, which funded 200 positions. I think we're going to be able to go up to 400 positions. And we're using those positions to get people who may fall into this category, have been court involved, but they want to turn the corner and work with us. And there are people who have some of the most challenged backgrounds and work history. So we're focusing a lot of resources at helping them get into work and on the way to productive life. So I'd rather focus on that program than try something like just giving a stipend without any real commitments on the part of the participant.
You were at the Correspondents' Dinner Saturday
night. I was.
Did Larry Wilmore's language toward the end of his remarks, how did that hit you?
Not that well. That's not something that I would have chosen to do or to say. But I will say that the president's speech was priceless. And he did an incredible job. And I think that crowd, they may not know it yet, but they're going to miss him a lot.
He's gotten good at that.
No, he's fantastic. His timing, I mean, I think he rivals many of the comedians. D.C.
Mayor Muriel Bowser, great hour. Thank you very much for your time. We look forward to having you back anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. We're back with a program note right after this.